Hello and welcome back to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya and I thank you for clicking on this video to see what I'm up to. I have decided to use some products that I've received through Boxy Charms Drop Shop, their Mega Drop, as well as some existing products that I have not used or barely used, maybe once. So let's get into it. The first thing that I'm going to be using is from Skin Ink. This is their Serum Glow Filter. It can also double as a primer. So I'm going to be using that to prime the face. And I've shown this in a unbagging from Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. That's where I received this. First time using it. Hope that it works well. If it comes out. Okay. That's the consistency. It's like a gel. It's runny. And a little bit more for the forehead area. I will say it's a chore to get out of that pumping mechanism. I've already done my brows using my Rimmel Brow This Way brow pencil in dark brown. Put this back. Next, while that's drying down, I'm going to be using this Basic Beauty eyeshadow primer. I got this in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus as well. And let's see how this works. I did need a new primer. I've been using the same old primers. I hope that's not too much. That's the consistency. As long as it don't leave it's kind of tacky, nice and sticky. And it's not leaving a white cast like that Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. If you want a white base, you can use that. I want to get into my crease there. All right. So I want to start using this stuff. I'm buying it. I'm receiving it in boxes and bags. We'll start using some of this stuff. Now, the next thing I'm going to be using is from, and I didn't bring up, that's okay. This is the Item Beauty Air Hug Concealer. And, oh, let me tell you, I did my nails using the Kiss Everlasting French nails. So these are press-ons. I don't get my nails done because I like to change, when I do them, I like to change them out too much. So that'll be like, I'll get bored with it in about a week, not the 2-3 weeks people usually wear them. I'm not down for that. This is in the shade 400. And let's try this concealer. This will be my first time using this concealer. That's the wand. Okay. kind of bright there. Let's hope it works. And we're going to be using from Yensa. I got this in the Mega Drop Shop. This is probably under 10 bucks. This is the Yensa Color and Face Skin on Skin Foundation Brush. But I'm going to be using it because I forgot to bring out a brush to blend out my concealer. I'm going to use it for concealer and foundation. So this is the brush. It's soft. And let's blend this out. But I did a good job of blending it out. Next, I'm kind of scared. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 560W. Can you see that? It's very reflective. I think it's too dark for me, or a little too red. There's a 560W. So I'm going to be using it very sparingly. It's a very rich color. And I don't mind a luminous foundation because I have normal to dry skin. So, it's okay. I have a mirror over here. Yeah, this is not me. This is very red. But if you try something, I got that in a I got that in the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus as well. There's a stark contrast between my under eye concealer and this foundation. I'm glad I didn't put too much on the brush. Yeah, this is definitely not my color. It's just a little too red, too deep. Finally, something's too deep on me. So we won't be reviewing the shade. The shade, of course, is incorrect, but the foundation itself, the performance, the finish, the wear time is pretty nice. I think I've worn this once before, but I just forgot how deep it was. Okay, there's the brush. Close this up. So maybe this will be better used as a liquid bronzer. Just along the perimeter and of the face and into the jawline. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to get up under those eyes using our puff and trusty True Match from L'Oreal in C6. I have to get used to wearing these. I haven't used my press-on nails since like the beginning of 2020 when everything basically shut down. I shut down too. I stopped wearing makeup every day, and which is not good because I have a ton of makeup. So it's just kind of been sitting there. Let's set this down. I set down the under eye. I like the concealer. It's a little bright, a little brighter than what I'm used to, because I typically use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and the Hazelnut. The Instant Age Rewind eraser concealer in Hazelnut. I'm going to bring out something that I don't use a lot. It's from Cover Effects. And this is their Pressed Mineral Foundation in N110. So hopefully this will kind of correct the darkness of the foundation that I use. I have a big fluffy brush, pouncing into the powder here and applying to the face to set. Make sure I'm picking up actual product, and then I'm just going around and buffing everything in. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. It's just from my face to my chest area, my upper chest, it looks a little bit more golden. And this is that red undertone is very noticeable. You can see. We use that now. One of my favorite things that I've purchased through the Sephora sale that just passed is the Bare Minerals Gen New Bronzer. And this is in the shade Kiss of Rose. I want to get the Kiss of Copper because I really enjoy this bronzer. And open it up so you can see. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to be using this brush from Bell and Argent. I've used it before with this and I like how it applies. So I'm just going to dip in, get some product on, tap off, and go in the cheek area, up into the temple. Smile, because I like color on my actual cheek. And that's just perfection. I really like it. Happy I purchased it, which is why I want to get the coppery one. So we had a major birthday this May. My aunt, my great aunt, who I am a caregiver to, she turned 91 on the 20th of May. So that was a major milestone. Phone calls in the middle of a video. That's a no-no. I'm really liking this bronzer, which is why I'm still applying it. All right. Now, let's get into something new. And that would be from Natasha Denona, from the Mega Drop Shop. I purchased the Cupid 5-pan eyeshadow palette for $12. They had a duo of the same palette. You could buy 2 for $20 or 1 for $12. I don't need 2 of the same palette, so I just bought the single. I was hoping they had a single because at first all I saw was the duo for $20. And these are the colors. And what we're going to use to place these colors are my Complex Culture shadow brushes that I received from, where did I get them? I think it's the Ipsy shop flash, the flash shop, where you can just add on additional products. I believe that's from Ipsy. I'm going to tone down my cheeks just a little bit think I got a little heavy-handed. But I love the glow. I love the color. You don't really need because it's a blush and bronzer, but it also has a sheen to it. Very nice. So let's see here. First color we're going to start with is going to be this color here. And this is going to be Nude Vino. And we'll put this in our crease. Do I have a... Yeah. Let's use a clean one though, since I have so many. So we're going to use the all over shadow brush. I don't know if you can even see that. All over shadow brush in Nude Vino. There's the kick up. There's the color. Let's place it over this. Oh, it's showing up over this new eyeshadow base primer that I'm using. Okay, I like that. Now for the opposite side. Yeah, I wish that foundation wasn't so dark. It's very nice. And when I put that powder over it from Cover FX, it toned down the luminosity. So it looks almost like a matte or a more natural finish than very luminous. So you could use a luminous foundation and use a very matte powder and tone it down. So you could buy what you want and then, you know, just adjust it with existing products. If you like that particular foundation, but you don't want the luminosity. All right. So far, so good with this Cupid palette. Next, using the Precision Eyelid brush. Can you see that? That's what it looks like. It looks like it's not cut properly. Like it's like a little divot on this side. But that's okay. Now we're going to go into Monroe, which is this center shade here. So let's get into Monroe. And it's wiggling around. Now these are, you can pop these out, but I won't be doing that. I know some people like to rearrange palettes and things of that nature. I'm not that adept yet to be doing all of that. So we're going to put Monroe on the inner portion of the lid. And it's showing up nicely. It's nice and bright. I have now added to my Natasha Denona collection from whereas I didn't have any. Now I think I have Coral, Cranberry, Cupid, and the Face palette that has 5 shadows in it as well. So I've added to my Natasha Denona collection from going from none to 4 or 5. I'm really liking this Monroe shade. It's nice and bright. It's coming through for my hooded eyes. I do have extremely hooded eyes. and very little kick up, if any, in the pan. Next, we're going to go into, I'm going to assume that this is oxide. Oxide. Flip the brush, it's another shimmer shade. Very pretty. There's the color. Let me get some more on the tip part of the brush. And I don't have any fallout from the first shimmer shade. I'm going to bring that over into the shell shimmer. Whoops. And do the opposite, do the same thing to the opposite eye. Bring that over into the shell. And it's like blending. It's nice and creamy and it's blending in really nice. Now I'm going to flip the brush over to where I used the shell, but there's no more color there. I'm going to marry those colors together in the middle. So there's like a seamless transition to them. Bring some of that shell into the oxide on both sides. Next, we're going to use the all over shadow brush, which is like a blending brush. And we're going to go into Clove, which looks like a reddish brown, or just or more of a brownish red. And we're going to put that in the crease. Stamp and bring over, which really makes that nude vino shade that we put in as our transition. It really gives it some depth in the color variation. And I'm going to stamp in the color and bring over. Okay. Get a little bit more. Let's see. It does have some kick up, but I'm not getting any fallout. So that's good. I really want this color to kind of show on the outer V, and like it's blending into that oxide coppery shade that we put on the lid, like it's a gradient. These brushes are working very well with this palette. So if you ever get a chance to get a complex culture brush, go for it. They're very nice, very good quality, and they get the job done. All right. So we've used the Cupid palette. I believe this is exclusive to BoxyCharm. And we've used that for our eyes. And what I want to do now is I'm going to take this brush that we used to put on the transition color with no additional product and just go over it to seamlessly blend everything. With no harsh lines as we can help it. All right. Next, something I've been using a lot of lately is the Tarte's Duo Double Take Eyeliner. We're going to use the pencil side and line our eyes. Again, bring it over a little bit more. All right. And we're going to use one of my favorite mascaras. This is from Thrive Cosmetic. This is the Liquid Lash Extensive Mascara in the color Bryn, which is Rich Black. And let's coat our lashes. I like to go on top of the lash, using the tip of the brush to actually fan out those outer lashes. And then I like go on top and roll it up in the natural curl pattern of my lash. Now let's do the opposite side. And you can see a little bit of a difference, just a little bit. My lashes they used to be much longer than this, and then 40 happened. Well, now 48. Can't blame everything on 40. After 40, everything kind of went, you're not a young girl anymore. Deal with it. Has anybody been watching anything good on a streaming service or regular TV or cable? I just finished watching this documentary called The Way Down about this preacher. Well, she turned into a preacher, but this lady that was some type of dietitian that created this weight loss group, a weight loss workshop. But it was based on going to God instead of going to food. So when you were hungry and you've already eaten or whatever, if you go to God, so go into prayer, go into meditation to rid yourself of that particular hunger that you're feeling when you're not necessarily hungry. Because I eat when I'm bored. I'm not typically hungry. I just want some type of taste in my mouth. And I had started using Crystal Light, so that's a lot of getting your water in, but it gives you a taste to it. But it was just talking about how she turned that into like a mega church down in Tennessee, and her name is Gwen Shamlin, and how she just turned it into this cult-like congregation or church. And so they had people there, speaking out, like former members, just speaking about what they experienced while in the church and how much of a religious zealot she was. It was pretty good. It was worth watching while I was at work. I watched some episodes on my lunch break, and it was pretty good. It was very interesting how people um, use religion to entrap people into things. You know, their love for the Lord, um, and make it so that everything that they're doing is for God, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But she used it in a very manipulative way and controlling. They were very much controlled. Well, of course, it was cult like. But yeah. So these are the lashes. Liking that. And the last thing to do, of course, is lips. And from the Mega Drop Shop from BoxyCharm, I settled on this KVD Beauty Epic Kiss in the shade Lolita. I saw someone unbox this in their premium box, and it was like I had to have it. The component, the packaging is cute. It's studded all white. Has a little KVD. I don't think you can see that though. And just pull it up. There's the color. I've never used it. And this is in that shade Lolita that was very, very, very popular, and Kat Von D owned the actual company. It's creamy. Smells good. I should have brought a liner out as well. So that's the color. And that's Lolita. I think it pairs well with the cheek and the eye. And let me see if I didn't use something that I brought out. I've used everything that I brought out. We use some new products. I'm liking the Natasha Denona Cupid palette. The foundation is nice. The color is off. But like I said, maybe I'll use it as a liquid bronzer. Of course, you know I like my bronzer from Bare Minerals and Kiss of Rose. I like the Epic Kiss KVD Lippy. The Item Beauty Air Hug Concealer is nice. It was upside down. Oh, I got stuff on my nails there. This was nice to put on as a primer. My face feels hydrated. It doesn't feel stripped or anything, or dry or oily or anything like that. Basic Beauty eyeshadow primer did a good job. Cover FX. I'm not sure what's going on with Cover FX, if they're still available to the masses or whatever. You don't see a lot of it anymore, but this was a good product. Their mineral foundation. Of course, you know I am a stickler to my L'Oreal True Match foundation powder for under my eyes. The Yensa brush blended out the concealer and blended in the foundation very well, so that was fine. And Thrive Cosmetics, the liquid lash extensions, not foundation, mascara. It's always a hit with me. And that is all. I thank you so much for taking time out, this low 30-minute video. I hope you enjoyed it, going through all the steps and seeing what the finished product turned out to be. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see what I did. And I like it. I do think I could wear it without a liner, but I think a liner would really bring everything together. So thank you so much for watching. Let your inner whimsy shine. Stay whimsical, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.